The million-dollar question is how to invest savings so that you could get them multiplied 5, 10, or 15 years later. I know the answer. Hello, I'm Sophia, and I know how to manage my savings to have them increase but not lost. My secret is smart investment. Statistics and historic facts confirm that the S&P 500 index has been the most reliable and gainful investment for half a century. Renowned investor Warren Buffett picked the index for long-term investment in good faith, betting on its decent returns. 10 years later, the Wall Street legend proved his extraordinary market vision to the world. Back in 2007, the famous investor launched a challenge to hedge funds which, from his viewpoint, charged inflated commissions from market participants. He claimed that in just 10 years, returns of any portfolio managed by hedge funds would be much lower than returns on the S&P 500. Buffett was ready to give away $1 million if he was wrong in his prediction. Ted Sines, the boss of the Protégé Partners hedge fund, accepted the bet. The challenge finished 4 years ago with amazing results. To sum up the investment performance for a decade, those who invested in hand-picked portfolios managed by hedge funds earned twice less than those who invested in the S&P 500. Eventually, Ted Sines, who lost the bet, donated $1 million to a charity. This story proves that investment in the S&P 500 is not only a shelter for your savings, but also a fine sure way of earning. So our company has come up with a new investment product that is called On Your Side. The service enables clients to invest in the S&P index safely and with utmost efficiency, as it has been proven in practice. The new product is tailor-made for passive investors who are not ready to devote time for trading on their own. Importantly, we are interested in the highest possible profits for our clients. Hence, a commission is charged only if a client gets a profit. That is why this type of an account got its name. The company earns on condition that a client makes money. You may be sure of no hidden commissions. Why does the market have no doubt that the S&P 500 will carry on growing in the long term? Despite the fallout from the pandemic, economies around the world are firmly on the path to recovery. Companies have been actively amassing their capital. New technologies are replacing old ones. The S&P 500 index accounts for 80% of the whole US stock market's capitalization. The list of companies included in the index is revised once a quarter, so companies with poor prospects are removed from the list. Nowadays, the S&P 500 comprises stocks of top American companies such as Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, ExxonMobil, Johnson & Johnson, Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan Chase, Alphabet, and other strong-performing companies. The logarithmic chart of the S&P 500 clearly signals a further rise. This chart is applied to a period from 1950 to 2020. To analyze this dynamic, we use a logarithmic diagram, which showcases a steady bullish trend of the S&P 500 for 7 decades. For the past 70 years, the chart has logged a 9% annual growth on average. Remarkably, the S&P 500 investment results surpassed returns of 71% of large investment funds in 2019. On top of that, the index hit all-time highs during the COVID-19 pandemic. Once a client opens an OYS account and makes a deposit, a buy deal on the S&P 500 is made automatically. With an account opened as part of the investment portfolio, you may consider alternative investment options, for example, crypto investments or distribution of your investments between cryptocurrencies and stocks. The decision is yours. Opening an OYS account, you invest wisely under the best conditions. Once your investment yields a result you like, you're free to close your positions anytime. A commission is charged only if a client earns a profit. In case of successful trading, clients pay just a percentage of their returns. No returns, no fees. Leverage is 1 to 5. When opening an account, clients are accompanied by a personal manager who keeps them updated on their investments. Choosing the project On Your Side, you invest in your secure future. Smart investments will safeguard your capital and will also ensure high returns in the long term. With passive investments, you feel confident and comfortable. Choose any of our investment solutions. We are on your side.